We're back with more Gyuhyuk. We're gonna finish up the conversation with Gyuhyuk this video, I think. Maybe they were just bluffing, but their murder threat could have happened by coincidence. No, it couldn't, man. You're insane. People don't just make a murder threat and then the person guarantee it's not a murder threat when you guarantee a person will be murdered at a specific time. Then the person gets murdered at that time, and then you announce that the person was murdered, and then that person it turns out has been murdered, and then it just turns out you correctly predicted it. That's not normal. It doesn't happen, man. It's stupid. Stop fucking saying that. The game, because they seem to keep something that then this game is bad. That's stupid. Obviously, S. Young had something to do with the murder. Whether they manipulated it into happening or whether they actually killed the guy. Gyuhyuk looked at Do-yoon again after mumbling something to himself. S. Young is meant to keep us confused. They want us to feel anxious and respond frantically on Fader. I think they also want to murder us, man.
Nani?
Well, I won't let them have their way. Could they use Plughole to somehow fight for them? Do-yoon shook his head after a brief response. That's why you should respond to this guy in any way. I wouldn't waste my precious data on that troll. The last man standing gets the victory in this kind of battle. If I'm eliminated, I am all vulnerable. What? You sound like you've had some fights online before. I've seen many B-Stars threads on Fader. Gyuhyuk smiled bitterly. I've learned enough about how ugly things get on Fader. Yeah. Some Fader's users reported S. Young account to Fader support, but so far nothing has happened. What do you think about that, Gyuhyuk? Taking into account the way they handle things, it will take quite some time. It seems that quite a few people reported the incident. It is early in the morning, but could be an obstacle. Damn it. It might help if we just block the account. Or we could ignore him, but that wouldn't be wise. Someone will surely spot it and pass it on to us. Gyuhyuk raised his watch, but then dropped his arm. He opened his mouth again after letting out a sigh. My sanity's going down. I guess we're doing this to come up with our own solution. If this goes on, it will continue to affect our mental health. I just get out of hand. Assumption staff. After advancing to the finals, the contestants received these smartwatches, of which accounts and passwords had already been. Some of the B-Stars staff must know about accounts and passwords. What do you think, Gyuhyuk? I'm not comfortable talking about it. Every time something happened, the staff members were always the first to be blamed. If we accuse the staff members of being S. Young, it won't look good, but... Gyuhyuk closed his eyes and paused for a minute. We use the Fader account provided by the show. Since one account is bound to each watch, we can't log into another's, right? Still, the others know the sensitive information about our account. If they know the account and password, they can access the cloud server. Gyuhyuk let out a sigh and continued his remarks. I shouldn't fixate my thoughts on one thing. I'll also think about the other suspect pools. Stalkers collect personal information randomly. In past B-Star seasons, stalkers have followed contestants and I know what it feels like to have my privacy. What are the odds of having the information on contestants, huh? They might have used all means necessary to get the information. Yuhak blurred his last words. As Sung Young sniped at every contestant. Stalkers are usually obsessed with one target. Not everyone. Then they are not a stalker, I guess. Yuhak pondered while rubbing his chin. We should ask for advice from someone who might have some good ideas about our situation. We can't talk to each other forever without coming to a conclusion. I can talk to you forever. Not forever, but for one more subject. Assumption of the hacker. I don't see the context. It was brought up because someone hacked into the cloud. I just don't see why they would do that by impersonating Sung Young. They certainly succeeded in gaining attention, if that's what they were going for. Yuhak tilted his head while mumbling something. Were we really focused on the photos only? No, trying to come up with good possible suspect pool. We're trying to come up with a good possible suspect pool for now. We need to gather whatever clues we can to get our We need to gather whatever clues we can get our hands on. Sorry. Let's keep going over them. All right, that was only 6 minutes. Let's keep going. 2 young men, here we go. 2 young. Does Sung Young have a grudge against the top 5? Possibly, yeah. They impersonate. They sung with whom they argued, the one who was the next target. I think, 2 young, what do you think about that? Yeah, someone might hold a grudge, yeah. Maybe it's all the more for Hye-sung, Sung-yeon, and me. Because we were the lowest rated. Because Sung Young apparently impersonated or mentioned our names in their murder threats. Ju Young seemed to be chewing over what she had just heard. That's because we're on the bottom though. Eventually she'll come around to Inha next. Ju Young shortly raised her head and opened her mouth. Yeah, that's reasonable. At the end of the day, they attacked everyone. Yeah, that's right. And we're all stuck here. And the things about me and Yuhak were... Yeah, your barista story and his scholarship story were certainly unknown to many people. Sung Young was the head of the show, while Hye-sung and you were in the lowest ranks. I think you 3 were mentioned for that reason. Yeah, that's right. Specifically, it's not their fault that we were at the bottom. Do you think they're holding a grudge against all of the top 5? I really have nothing to say. I can't think of anyone. Maybe they tricked us into wasting our time seeking explanation. Sung Young seemed this is personal to me, the stuff Young is doing. This is like that's what about have to come from a club.
그런가요?
To think it was a club, things just went out. All of our stories came from S. Sung Young, and that's only one person. Don't you nodded at Ju Young's remark. After pondering for a moment, Ju Young raised her head. If we're to focus on B-Star staff, yeah, he got mad. Okay, what is this photo of Inha from the yearbook? Yeah, I figured. Thanks.
그런가요?
Changed her name. Uh-oh. I came at Inha and she got mad. I should have known that would happen. It has nothing to do with our resolving our matter at hand. What's important right now is S. Young and Hye-sung's attacker. And that's enough to shake off our anxiety. Right, I should have focused on it. Ju Young put her hands together on her chest. It's not a good time to validate and confirm even this. I mean, we're focusing on Fader because it's important. But we need to get our priorities straight. See, you ain't wrong. I'm just trying to do all the conversation options, as you well know. But let's... And, we're gonna end the video here. But in the next video, we'll be continuing the conversation with Ju Young, and hopefully finishing. It's only 6 topics, so, and then we can move on to the real story. I can't wait. Let's talk about the alumni testimony. Gyuhuk's friend testified that he never talked about his family and all that. What do you think? She's gonna get mad, isn't she? Maybe they didn't know because they had no interest. Yeah, true, I guess. That's not it, actually. He never talked about his family. Nobody knows about other people's families unless they were told. Uh-oh. You're getting confrontational, aren't you? You're about to lose some rapport, I think. Anyway, many of the posts were written just for the heck of it. What? What do you mean? What are they talking about?